lovelies, hope you're all doing okay. So we're going to talk about eyeshadow palettes today, what I pulled in to use in July. So I only really pulled in 2 to use consistently, but there's other eyeshadow palettes to be used with them, because this palette here is the Odens eyeshadow bundle I got. There's one eyeshadow missing just because it's elsewhere, because I've duped a palette recently. So it was that light purple here. Sorry, my eyes itchy. It's an absolute stunning palette, this. I've nearly used all the shades, so I thought I would just come in and basically tell you my thoughts. Yes, really good. I would definitely get another one of their bundles in future. I'm really enjoying using it. The only thing I need to do now is a look with this one, and this one. This shade scares me, but it will be good for a lash line, like just here, I think, and possibly down here. So I want to try that, and then I can put it away, but for now it's going back in the acrylic drawer. Then this one always stays in, the Natasha Denona Eye Sculpt Texture and Tone palette. This one's in the shade Soft. I absolutely freaking adore this, guys. I just adore it so much. I use I1 a lot for that matte, like brow bone, kind of brow bone highlight. Thought of it like never thought of it like that before. It's more to clean up, like if I've gone up too high with my eyeshadow, or if I want a sharper edge here, it's more to clean up. And then you've got this yellow toned one as well. I've used that a few times, the Y1, and I really like the rosy tones. So we've got this one, this one's P1 and R2. I really like those 2 shades. I like it all. I just haven't dabbled in the darker shades over here. So to about there, I've been using the shades. And then, like, over here, I've not used them. So, like I said, it tends to stay in just in case I need those tones. And I don't really have many on my eyeshadow palettes, even though I've just made one for Colourpop. It's not finished yet, so I can't show it to you. Then we've got the Morgan Turner Love Language palette. I think I'm going to keep it in just for that purple matte. Yeah, we'll try and do something with it. It does have this very light purple here and then a darker purple here. So we can do a basic purple look when I come to use those shades there. I have pulled it out to use with the Odens Cosmetics bundle that I got. I think this is a really stunning palette, guys. It's really great. I normally use it around Valentine's Day. I've used it now since I got it on 3 separate occasions, but the first occasion I obviously used it, I used all the eyeshadows in the palette, and then I just pull it out when I need similar tones, because I don't have too many purple eyeshadows in my collection, and I don't think I've got too many pinks. Browns, yes, I've got a lot of. Part of me really wishes this was magnetic, but it's not, so it's no use crying about it. Then I use the Colourpop In The Limelight. So this is a beautiful palette, which looks like that. I just use the mattes for this. This one can go back in my collection. I just need to make space for what I'm going to put in there next. Then we use the Klarity Kosmetics So Mermaising. I hope when I show you this now, eyeshadow's not going to be everywhere, because I had to, like, soft press it back into the palette. Let's see. Yeah, when I got this palette, guys, it came like that. So it's why I'm laughing, because it says I washed up like this. And it certainly did wash up like this. It came, you can see, like, compared to the other shades, how like kind of neat they are in the palette. You can see how crumbly that one is, but it is a beautiful palette. I especially like Peach Please. I like all of them. There isn't one shade in here I don't like, and I think I use the mattes, but I'm sure I use the shimmers as well. It was such a long time ago that I used this palette. And I don't know why I would be using this palette if I've got all these new 11 eyeshadow palettes that I've not used yet. And then this one here is the Elf Retro Paradise. Can you remember this one, guys? I know I only used this as, I think I used it for the orange tones, yeah. Like, I've used Canvas. I always use that kind of shade, like, just to blend out my eyeshadows. I used Fuego. I used Caliente. And I think that was it, because none of the others look like I've even dug into them. I mean, sea salt does, but I think it's just a scratch, maybe of the brush or of my fingernails. But yeah, that one's going back into the collection as well. So we've got 3 eyeshadow palettes going back into the collection. Also, this one has stayed in my drawer for the last couple of months. I know I've got a single from Glisten Cosmetics. I want to bring that in. So this one is not in a project pan or anything, but I've hit pan there. This one is Urban Decay's Moondust in the shade Solstice. It is so pretty. Let me show you this. And we'll do a swatch of the Glisten Cosmetics one. I don't know if it's drying up, this one. I've had it years though. And at this point they've repackaged them. And probably changed the formula. But look at how glittery it is. Okay, so the one thing I am disappointed with is the fact that I haven't been able to use this yet. Just with all this skin problems. I mean, when this goes, I could probably start using eyeshadow again, but next time I'm not going to put any makeup on. I'm just going to do the eyeshadows and see how we get on. But yeah, this is what it looks like. It's the Sephora collection. I would call this a cool palette. It's basically like, a little bit like my Natasha Denona eyeshadow I Need a Cool palette that I've made, but a smaller version of it. So yeah, I definitely want to use that. Then let me show you the palettes that I want to use in August/September. Right, so I'm pulling them in. It doesn't mean I'm going to get to use them. If not, they'll get carried over to the following month, September/October. So first of all, we've got this Natasha Denona Glam palette. I am going to make a conscious effort to use this because this was the first one that I actually created, going off like a leak that had been put on Reddit. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to using this. I know it's like the Sephora one, so part of me is like, shall I take the Sephora one out? Because otherwise I'm just going to be doing looks that are very similar. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to do there yet. I might do. Then we've got the dupe palette that I've put together, which is a dupe of the Cosmic Beauty Sun Tarot palette, which you can buy now, I believe. But mine looks like this. It's just stunning. And I put this blush and this highlighter in to use with it. I think it'll go really nicely. Maybe not with the warmer tones, but I can always pull in a different blush. The highlighter will definitely go. I can't get away with using any darker highlighter than that, really. Really excited about using this one, actually. And then I've just made another eyeshadow palette now, which you will have already seen by the time this video goes out. And this has been made with mainly the Glam palette leftovers that I took out of. And I said that I was going to do looks with. These like round circle ones have come from Colourpop palette. So this one has, well, there's only one. This one's an old Makeup Geek eyeshadow, which I want to try and use up. And then the rest have come from Natasha Denona Glam. So yeah, I'm looking forward to using that as well, but I don't think it'll be this month. I think it'll be next month. Then for the single, I really want to use this Glisten Cosmetics one. I think it's a duochrome. It's in the shade Multiverse, which looks like that. I mean, how pretty. That is just freaking stunning. So it looks peach, but it's got pink in it.